In the last episode, we got up to the wall plate level on both the staff quarters and the cottage. Today is another major milestone. The roof is finally going on. Stick around to see the very impressive end result, and of course, as usual, I'll break down exactly how much the roof cost. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm documenting the journey of building a home in Zimbabwe while living abroad. The good, the stressful, the expensive, and everything in between. And as always, I live in the comments, so feel free to ask anything. So, I didn't just randomly stumble upon these roofing guys. Somebody who watches the channel actually recommended them. I asked for a quotation and some examples of previous work, which wasn't hard to find because they even have a website. Honestly, this video might actually sound like a full advert, but trust me, I'm simply telling you how much these thoroughly competent young men impressed me. When their quotation came through, it was a no-brainer compared to the other quotes I'd received. Now let's rewind a little bit. The type of roof we went for is a simple ridge-and-rafter roof. Here's how it works. There's a single main ridge running along the length of the building. There's two more ridges that run parallel on either side of the top ridge. Those ridges rest on the internal walls, which were raised up to the gable height. Rafters are then installed and joined at the top ridge, running down to sit on the wall plate. Tying wires used to secure the rafters to the wall plate. And after that, battens run across the rafters and the roofing sheets are nailed onto the battens. It's simple, effective, looks clean, and most importantly, it doesn't break the bank. Especially considering that these are just the cottage and the staff quarters, and we haven't even started the main house yet. There are other roof types, like a heap, full gable, flat, and others. Each one has its pros and cons. You can choose one based on practicality or your personal preference. And as always, both buildings are being tackled simultaneously. The teams made huge progress here on the cottage first, and then moved on to the staff quarters. The one downside of this ridge-and-rafter roof is when it comes to installing ceilings. Unlike the heap or gable roofs which use trusses, we don't have joists to attach the ceiling boards to. That means that we'll need a suspended ceiling. Suspended ceilings have their own disadvantages as well. They can be a bit more expensive. They can reduce the internal ceiling height slightly, and they require more precision to avoid sagging over time. But it's workable. And here in the cottage you can see the ridge, rafters and the battens have been installed. The skeleton structure is really taking shape here, and the guys are working on the outer frame here where the fascia boards will be installed. And have a look at this 3/4 gable look on the staff quarters. I actually really like it. It's clean and simple. Speaking on fascia boards, they're not just for aesthetics. They also protect the roof edges. They help to support the gutters and seal off the roof cavity from pests. We are using a thin asbestos fascia here, which is very common in Zimbabwe. Here you can see the cottage timber work is finished, fascia boards have been installed, everything lined up and neat. Timber here is sitting perfectly on the roof, ready for the Chromadek sheets. And this right here is the method of puncturing holes into the wall for the tying wire, again to secure the rafters firmly onto the wall plate. And now let's talk sheets. You'll be surprised to find out that asbestos roofing is still allowed for new builds in Zimbabwe. We'll leave that debate for another day. We went with Chromadek IBR sheets in frosted charcoal grey. The thickness here is 0.5, so they're pretty good quality. In my opinion, they look clean and modern, and they're pretty durable. And I think when finished, with the off-white exterior walls and charcoal grey aluminium windows and doors, these buildings will look fantastic. There is a misconception about IBR sheets in that they are for budget builds, but I disagree. Quality Chromadek IBR is excellent roofing. Tiles can be great too if the materials and skills are good, but let's be honest, if you walk around some of these newer suburbs like Matshamhlophe and Selborne Park in Bulawayo and see the tile work, you'll understand my hesitation. I also follow a lot of home builds in South Africa, and honestly, from what I've seen, up to about 80% use IBR, and they look amazing too. And here we are, both roofs are now fully installed. Don't worry about the gaps between the walls and the roof, that's normal. They'll be covered in the next process called beam filling. Personally, I think the roofs look slick and neat, and brace roofing absolutely delivered. I'll leave the details of these fantastic young men in the comments. Like I always say, if I find a competent tradesman, I'll plug you guys in as well. Alright then, as we always do, let's talk numbers. These costs cover both the cottage, which is 100 square meters, and the staff quarters, which is 50 square meters. So roughly 2/3 of the total cost is for the cottage and 1/3 is for the staff quarters. Here's the full breakdown. So we spent 1,790 on timber. This includes all the rafters, the battens, ridges, and supporting timber needed for both buildings. We paid 1,671 for roofing sheets and accessories. So this covers the Chromadek IBR roofing sheets, the fascia boards, the ridge caps, screws, washers, and all the other fitting accessories. We paid $70 for transport, which was for getting the materials onto the site. For labor, we paid $800, which honestly for the quality of the work was well worth the money. So the total cost was 4,331, and keep in mind these costs may vary, depending on the complexity of your roof, the thickness and quality of your roofing sheets. But this should give you a realistic benchmark if you're planning something similar. Well, that's the roof wrapped up. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer IBR sheets or tiles? Comment, like, share and subscribe. That's all I've got for you guys this time, so catch you in the next one. Peace.